Hello students. In the previous class we discussed about coal, petrol, natural gas and other uses of petroleum we discussed. In this class we are discussing about the various uses of petroleum. So what we are discussing about the various uses of petroleum. So look at the figure 2. So once you see that figure 2, means in previous class I said no, that figure, okay. So and fill the other uses of petroleum and its products, okay. So fill the other uses of petroleum and its products and that write in this table 4, okay. So here once you observe this table, in the table name of the petroleum product given. So where we are using that, we have to write that uses, okay. So name of the petroleum product, first petrol used in cars and it is used as a dry cleaning fluid and heating torch. They will use this petrol, okay. Next, fuel oil. This fuel oil is used in ships, okay. Next, installer boilers. Next, kerosene oil. This kerosene oil is used in aeroplanes. Next, wick stoves, okay, and in lantern. Next, diesel oils. This is used in heavy vehicles like buses and lorries and in generators and in engine in water field, okay. Next, paraffin wax. So this paraffin wax, this is used as a ointment, it is used in ointments, grease and in candle. Coal is not as versatile as petroleum, but it is also very useful. Look at the figure. So like petroleum, coal is also very useful to us. Look at the figure and write it, okay. We can see that coal gives us coke, coal tar and coal gas, okay. We know that coal gives us coke, coal tar and coal gas. Each of these components has several uses, okay. From coal we will get coke, coal tar, coal gas. From this each component we will get several products that each components are very useful to us. We have several uses from this, okay. When coal is heated in air, it burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas, okay. When we heat the coal, it burns and it produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. And coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar and coal gas, okay. When we purify the coal in industries, from that we will get the coke, coal tar and coal gas as a products. So what are the uses of this coke, coal tar and coal gas? Now we will discuss, okay. So coke is a black colored substance, okay. This coke is a black colored substance, okay. This is a tough, porous and black colored substance. It is an almost pure form of carbon. It is one of the pure form of carbon. This coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. This coke is used in the manufacture of steel and extraction of many metals. These are the uses of coke. What is the use of coal tar? This coal tar, it is a black colored thick liquid with unpleasant smell. It is a black colored thick liquid like substance with unpleasant smell, and it is a mixture of about 200 substances. It is the mixture of 200 substances. The products obtained from the coal tar are used as starting material for manufacture of various substances like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, okay. It is one of the black colored liquid like substance with unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of 200 substances and the products obtained from the coal tar are used as a starting material for the manufacture of many substances like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints and roofing materials, etc. Interestingly, naphthalene balls, you know, in cloths, in our almaris we are placing cloths now. In that to get smell we are using balls, okay, that are called as naphthalene balls, okay. So it is interestingly the naphthalene balls used to repel the moths and other insects also obtained from coal tar, okay. So these naphthalene balls which is used to repel the moths also, that also prepared from coal tar. And what is the use of coal gas? This coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. So when we are getting coke from coal, that time coal gas is obtained. So it is used as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing unit. Okay, it is used as a fuel in many industries which are situated near the coal processing unit. Okay, discuss one more topic. What happened when we heat high quality coal? Okay, so when we heat high quality coal that contain carbon, a gas evolves which can burn. Okay, so what is present in the carbon? So what is present in the coal? Carbon is present in the coal. Okay, so when we heat the high quality coal, a gas is evolving that can burn. Okay, so it is burning or not? To know that, we will perform one experiment. Okay, to show that when we heat high quality coal, a gas evolves which can burn. This is the aim of this activity. So to perform this activity, which materials we require? We require 2 boiling tubes, rubber cork, iron stands, delivery tube, Z tube, Bunsen burner. Okay, so these are the materials we require. With the help of these materials, how can we perform the experiment? Now we will discuss. Okay, first take a spoon of powdered coal and place it in a hot boiling tube. Okay, first to take a spoon of powdered coal and place it in a hard boiling tube and fix it to a stand as shown in the figure. Okay, so in one boiling tube, take a spoon of powder coal. Okay, so take a spoon of powder coal in a and place it in a hot boiling tube, fix it to a stand. Okay, means in one boiling tube take powdered coal and fix that to a stand as shown in the figure. Close the open end of the tube with rubber cork. Okay, close the open end of the tube with rubber cork and connect it to another boiling tube which is partially filled with water and has fixed to other stand with the help of U-shaped delivery tube as shown in the figure. Okay, so here 2 boiling tubes are there now. In first boiling tube, take powdered coal and close and fix that boiling tube to the retired stand which is shown left side and close that boiling tube with the help of single hole rubber cork. Okay, next take another boiling tube. So in that boiling tube take water. Okay, close that second boiling tube with the help of 2 hole rubber cork and fix that to the another stand which is right side. So now take a delivery tube which is in U shape. So insert one end of this delivery tube in boiling tube which is left side. Take a delivery tube, insert one end of the delivery tube in first boiling tube which is left side and insert the another end of the boiling tube insert the another end of this delivery tube in another boiling tube. Okay, so here we took U-shaped delivery tube. We insert one end of this delivery tube in first boiling tube which is towards the left side and we insert the another end of this delivery tube in second boiling tube which is right side. Okay, now heat the boiling tube containing coal strongly with the help of Bunsen burner. Now heat that boiling tube with the help of a Bunsen burner. Okay, now heat the boiling tube which is containing coal strongly with the help of burner. Okay, what do you observe? Okay, you may notice that the brownish black vapors are evolved in the first boiling tube. So we may observe that the brownish black vapors evolved in the first boiling tube. These vapors are passed through the water in the second boiling tube. Colorless gas bubbles evolve from the water. Okay, so in second boiling tube, we closed the second boiling tube with the help of 2 hole rubber cork. Now in one hole we inserted delivery tube, in another hole we kept Z tube. Okay, so when we burn this coal which is in the first boiling tube, then brownish black color vapors are evolved in that first boiling tube. These vapors are passed through the delivery tube into the second boiling tube which is contain water. Okay, then what happened? That form colorless gas bubbles. Okay, that colorless gas bubbles are evolved from the water which is in the second boiling tube. Okay, so if you burn the gas that is evolving through the Z tube. Okay, so here colorless gas bubbles are formed in the second boiling tube in that water. No, so then one type of gas is evolving from the Z tube. Okay, if you burn the gas which is evolving outside from the Z tube, you can witness a bright flame at the nozzle. Okay, so in that second boiling tube, in that vapor, gas bubbles are forming. No, that gas bubbles are coming outside from the Z tube. If we burn this gas, then what happened? We can see a bright colored flame. Okay, we can see a bright flame. Okay, so by this we can say that when we heat the high quality coal, a gas evolved that can burn. We'll discuss about one more topic, natural gas and petrochemicals. Okay, natural gas is not just an important domestic and industrial fuel but also used in the manufacture of fertilizer. So this natural gas is not only used as a domestic and industrial fuel, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Okay, so what are petrochemicals? The useful substance which are obtained from the petroleum and natural gas are called as petrochemicals. So the products, the useful products which are obtained from the petroleum and natural gas are called as petrochemicals. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, synthetic fibers like polyester, nylon, acrylic, polythene, etc. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also called as black gold. Okay, so natural gas, we know about that natural gas. Natural gas that is not only used as a domestic and industrial fuel, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. So what about petrochemicals? What is the meaning of petrochemicals? The useful substance which are obtained from the petroleum and natural gas are called as petrochemicals. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, synthetic fibers, means polyester, nylon, acrylic, polythene, etc. So due to its great commercial importance, petroleum also called as black gold. Now we will discuss some petrochemical products. These petrochemicals are used in the preparation of various articles as a substituents for materials. Petrochemicals are used in preparation of various articles as a substituents for materials like wood and metals which are limited. They are also used in the manufacture of several new products that cannot be obtained from the wood, soil, metal, etc. So the table below shows how the petrochemicals are now used in all walks of life. Okay, so in agricultural sector, these are used as a plastic tubes, case, means baskets, storing box, cultivation implements, fertilizers. In industrial sector, how they will use? Industrial sector, they used in cars, motor boats, communication devices, construction materials, paper industry, belts and tires, etc. In domestic and other sectors, how they will use? In medical equipments, apparels like cloths, bedding, socks, furniture, paints, washing liquids, road, fiber, cosmetics, medicines, polishing liquids, etc. So look at the table given above. Think of all the materials which you use in a day. So here once you see the table, think of all the materials which you use in a day. Can you imagine spending a day without using the petrochemical products? List how often you use the products obtained from the petrochemicals. Can you imagine the life 100 years ago when these are not available? So we use so many products now which we did not have 100 or even 50 years ago. So increased consumption has led to increased production of waste material which created a disposal problem. For example, we use the material obtained from the coal and petroleum, make a wide variety of cheap plastic, has revolutionized the manner in which the hundreds of materials are packed and transported in the last 30 years, but created a major pollutant of the environment. Once you observe the above table, so daily in that which type of articles we are using? So without this petrochemical or without using these petrochemical articles, we can spend a day. So 100 years back, these all are not available. Then how is their life? So in our daily life, which type of petrochemicals are we are using? Once you write the list, till now we discussed the uses of petroleum products, so coal products. No, from that, in that which one we are using most? Write a list. Okay. So nowadays we are using these products. No, 100 years back, even 50 years back, these all are not available. Okay. So if you are using this like that only, then the wastage coming from that also increasing. Okay, from 30 years onwards, from the coal and petroleum, they were preparing different types of uh, from the coal and petroleum, they were uh, preparing different types of plastics, and they were transporting. Okay, but these are polluting the atmosphere. Okay, so from the for example, we use the material obtained from the coal and petroleum to make a wide variety of cheap plastics. Okay, so the products obtained from the coal and petroleum that are used to make the cheap plastics. Okay, so if you use this after using this plastic materials, we are throwing on the roads like that, then what happened? That is polluting the atmosphere. So due to this, major pollutant of the environment will occur. Okay, so about formation of coal. Okay, so how the coal will form? The plants the plants in large dense forest, low-lying wetlands are got buried under the soil due to the natural process like floods and earthquakes. Okay, as more soil is deposited over them, the organic matter was compressed, the temperature also raised. So as the organic matter sank deeper and deeper and under high pressure and high temperature, these dead plants slowly get converted into coals. Okay, so the plants in large and dense forest in low-lying wetlands got buried under the soil due to the natural process like floods and earthquakes. Okay, due to floods and earthquakes, the plants in large and dense forests that are lying and that got buried under the soil. Okay, uh, so on these plants, as the more soil is deposited over them, then on these plants more soil is deposited over them, then that organic matter was compressed. Okay, then so the plants lying and buried under the ground now due to the natural process of floods and earthquake, then on that the soil is deposited, then that plants was compressed, means that plants only buried under the ground now, that is called organic matter. That organic matter was compressed, then what happened? The temperature is increases. Okay, so as the organic matter sinks deeper, okay, the dying plants that entering into the ground, and then temperature is increasing, so that is going that sank deeper and deeper under high pressure and temperature, the dead plants slowly get converted into coal. Okay, so uh, so uh, here due to floods and earthquakes, plants will be there no in dense forests, that is that for plants in dense forest, low lying wetland, and that got buried under the soil. Okay, as more soil is deposited over them, then the organic matter was compressed and the temperature is increases. As the organic matter sank deeper and deeper under high pressure and temperature, the dead plant slowly converted into coal. As this coal contains mainly carbon, so this coal contain mainly carbon, no, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called as carbonization. Since the coal was formed from the remains of vegetation, it is also called as fossil fuel. Okay, so due to floods and earthquakes, plants are dying and buried under the ground. After that, soil is deposited on that. When the soil is deposited on the dead plants, then that is entering inside of the ground. When that is entering inside of the ground, the temperature and pressure is increasing. Due to high pressure and temperature, the dead plant slowly converted into coal. So that coal contain mainly carbon. Okay, so the slow process of conversion of dead plants, means dead vegetation, into coal is called as carbonization. So the coal was formed from the remains of vegetation, no, it is called as fossil fuel. Then how the petroleum was formed? Okay, petroleum was formed from the remains of tiny organisms are called as planktons. Okay, this petroleum is formed from the small organisms that are called as plankton. These planktons were found in the bottom of the seas and oceans. These planktons we can see in the bottom of the seas and oceans. These planktons have very small droplets of oil in their bodies. Okay, petroleum is formed from the remains of the tiny organisms that are called as planktons. These planktons are we can found at the bottom of the seas and oceans. These planktons have tiny droplets of oils in their bodies. As these organisms died, their bodies settle at the bottom of the sea or ocean. Okay, these organisms are dead and their bodies are settled at the bottom of the sea or ocean, and that are covered with the layer of sand and clay. Over the million of years, due to the absence of air, high temperature and pressure, these dead organisms are transformed into petroleum and natural gas. Okay, so petroleum is formed from the remains of small organisms are called as planktons. They were found in the bottom of the seas and oceans. These planktons have tiny oil droplets in their bodies. So as these organisms are died, their bodies are settled at the bottom of the seas or ocean, and that are covered with the layers of sand and clay. Over the millions of years, due to the absence of air, high temperature and pressure, these dead organisms are transformed into petroleum and natural gas. Because like coal and petroleum, the natural gas were also formed from the dead remains or called as fossils of living organisms. So they too known as fossil fuel. So like coal and petroleum, natural gas also formed from the dead remains, means fossils of living organisms. So that is also called as fossil fuel. About formation of